The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we've got all kinds of exciting stories from an absolutely fire freebie. Looks like Native Instruments has just dropped a new expansion pack. I've got some solid deals for you guys today. But our top story today comes from Yuhi. It looks like Yuhi has just dropped the third installment of Zebralette. It is currently in the beta form, and they are allowing us to test it and give them feedback so that they can make changes before they make it the final version. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. All right, guys, as we see here, it looks like Zebralette has a pretty nice looking GUI, in my personal opinion. This thing is sexy. I'll give you guys a couple of sound demonstrations on this here in just a moment and let you know what my pros and my cons are in my short time using it. But as you see here, Yuhi has offered a sneak preview of the upcoming Zebralette 3 software synth at NAMM 2024. The new version, a long-standing freeware favorite, now public beta testing phase has started. You're allowed to download and test. You know, it's exciting times. So we see here, the free software synth offers one Zebra oscillator and one MSEG, as well as a bunch of modulators and effects from Yuhi's bag of tricks. And that doesn't sound like much, but as the oscillator is so powerful, it's a pretty versatile synth in and out of itself. So it's pretty solid. But let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and go ahead and check this thing out. So when you open up Zebralette or Zebralette or Zebralette, hey, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce it. I think it's Zebralette. It's going to look like this, very sexy looking UI. I haven't messed with it very much. I'm not going to lie to you guys, so I'm not going to be able to go into a deep dive on this thing. I will say that some of the sounds on this do sound nice though. So this is one of the presets. So it sounds really nice here. As you can see, you're gonna get a bunch of different options. So, you know, you can go wavetable, you can go additive, which is pretty cool. You've got some more controls over here. So you can change the curve spectrum. That's pretty nice. You can mess with the harmonics. You can mess with a whole lot. I'm sorry I can barely see. It's like 2:30 in the morning as I'm shooting this video for you guys. That's dedication. I'm super tired. But on this, as you see, you get some different like oscillator effects. So you're gonna get all these effects over here, and then you get oscillator effects too right here, so you can turn those on too as well. You get all kinds of control. You know, it's really easy to draw whatever it is that you want in here. You know, it's really easy, but it sounds nice. So let's go ahead and check out some of the presets in here. As we're going, you can either scroll through the presets from, you know, left to right, or you can hop into here in the preset and you can go through the presets like this too as well. I haven't heard all the presets because again, like I said earlier, I have only messed with this kind of like for a brief amount of time. But let's go ahead and see what this one sounds like. Definitely a liquid machine, minty breath. So I will say on this thing, I'm not sure if it's CPU intensive or not. Well, it's CPU intensive, but I'm not really sure how CPU intensive it is. I've said multiple times in the past couple of weeks, I'm having an issue with my power cord on my computer, but I have to plug it in through USB-C. And so basically it kind of warps the CPU usage, but I know it's high because this is just one patch. I have no other plugins open. And this thing is running like 77. It would probably be about 39 though, or 40% CPU if I did have it plugged in. So that's just something to think about. I'd recommend downloading this and letting me know in the comments how CPU intensive it is for the next person. If I had a suggestion for you, it would be to figure out how to optimize this thing because that's part of why I didn't use any of their plugins before, is because they're just all CPU intensive. So I get that it's free, but that's my suggestion for the beta testing. Let's go ahead and check out some more presets though. That sounds pretty fire. So down here, you'll see you get some different effects. It's got other pages too. I don't remember exactly how to get there. But again, this is a pretty solid synth. Looks pretty good. The sounds in this thing are pretty good. And we've been getting some good free stuff lately as far as synthesizers, that's for sure. You see, it's seen that patch and was like, not even a chance, fam. You're not gonna get that one off today. No, sir, not gonna happen. Yeah, so that's just, you know what I'm saying, something I definitely want to mention. But again, it is in beta testing. So part of it being in beta testing is they haven't got all this figured out yet. So it's got some fire sounds. Again, I can't even really read all this stuff. My eyes are kind of blurry. My contacts are kind of dry right now. But I would recommend checking this out, grabbing it, seeing if it's something that you like. I think it's probably going to be a really solid synth once they finish it. Once it's all the way done, I'll probably do a full review on this, and I'll go through all the dials and all the controls so that you guys can basically see it. Oh, that's how you get to the second page, is you have to hit that pencil button, and then it'll take you to the next page, which is pretty solid. So you get more controls, different stuff over here. Just solid synth. I definitely recommend checking this thing out. All right, guys, and the next story that I have for you guys today comes from Native Instruments. It looks like Native Instruments has just dropped a brand new expansion pack. It's called Lunar Echoes. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the story. So as we see here, it's an expansive melodic techno expansion pack. The essential sounds of Berlin and Detroit techno sampled from classic hardware. Hypnotic arpeggios, lush dub chords, rolling bass lines, and driving percussion, processed with analog gear. It's got 45 different machine kits, 30 massive presets, 20 Monarch presets, 302 loops, and 227 one-shots and more. So let's go ahead and check out this sound demo and see what it sounds like. So that's the sound demo that they provide. Basically, there's a video on it. You can check out more on it. But like I said earlier, it's going to have 302 loops, 416 different drum samples, 227 one-shots, 47 battery kits, 40 machine kits, 32 massive presets, 10 Monarch presets. And then it's got machine exclusive with 140 patterns, 32 drum synth presets. It's just going to come with a lot, 829 megabytes. Definitely worth checking out if you're making any kind of music, you know, techno or anything like that. It sounds like pretty fire. And up next for you guys today, I've got a few deals. Not going to lie to you guys, it's been a slow news week. But on this, you guys remember at Plugin Boutique, I told you guys it was their 12th anniversary. This Polymax is still free. I'm going to mention this all month long because it's one of the best free gifts I've ever seen given away at Plugin Boutique. But they've added some more freebies, and I've got some of my secret sauce in here that's on sale too. I'm going to let you guys know what it is. But one of the new deals they have is this Alicia's Keys. So this is an oldie but a goodie. I'm sure most of you guys know what this is. It's an instrument for contact. It's a piano, very solid piano. Right now it's on sale for $13. You can use this in the free contact player, but it's got to be contact version 7. But again, you can download that for free. So for this $13 to get Alicia's keys and to get Polymax, just a fire deal if you haven't grabbed them already. But again, there's other gifts over here too as well. So the Pulsar and the Loop Cloud month, not bad at all. But I have Alicia's keys pulled up, so I'm going to demonstrate a few of these items that are on sale because they're fire items, items that I use. So with this Alicia keys, it's going to look like this in your contact library. I have just a simple pattern pulled up. It sounds like this. So, you know what I'm saying? Nice sounding piano with some, chords on it. It'll sound like. It's going to have some different presets in here that you can roll through. So it's just some different sounds up in here. Go ahead and go to another one. Let's see what else we got up in here. And it's got some settings controls over here that you can mess with too as well. So you can mess with this digital ambience. You got reverb right here, so you can mess with the reverb, obviously. You can make it bigger, smaller, and you can spread that stereo image. You can mess with the spread. But you got control over like stuff like keys, pedals, resonance, noise, all this other stuff. Very solid piano for $13 in my personal opinion. I would definitely recommend checking this out. We'll check out one more preset. Let's go. And the next deal that I have for you guys today comes from Plugin Boutique and SSL. They are still offering FlexVerb for $17.99. Typically, it is $279. Pretty solid little reverb plugin. I'm not gonna lie, I actually bought this one this time around. So let's go ahead and check it out. This is what it looks like. Very nice looking. You get a lot of different controls. So obviously, you're gonna get your typical reverb controls from the pre-delay, diffusion size, reverb time. You get modulation controls right here. You're gonna get different algorithms for reverb. So you got room, hall, plate, and chamber. You got control over the size from small, medium to large. And then over here, you're gonna be able to basically put the reverb on whatever it is that you want it to. So whether it's low frequencies, mid frequencies, high frequencies, mid-high frequencies, so on and so forth. So I have this vocal right here. The vocal sounds like this.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight. Either.
All right, so now once I get this reverb on there, I can get it to sound like this.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight.
So it's solid because you can see what the reverb's affecting. You've got these dials over here, and you see as you move, you can basically control how much reverb's going on each band. So you see I can make it go down.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight. Somebody.
So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna turn all the bands down for just one moment. We'll turn them up individually. So this is what the reverb sounds like with all the bands down. Obviously, you're not gonna hear much.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight.
All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start turning them up.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight. Somebody told me.
All right, so now we can turn this band down. We're gonna go ahead and turn this mid band up.
Somebody told me, ooh, only tonight.
That's pretty solid. You know, you can see you can dial in the reverb however it is that you want. We'll go ahead and turn this down and we'll just turn up the low band now.
Somebody told me, only tonight. Somebody told me, only tonight.
So it's not a bad sounding reverb either. And then you have control over here so you can, you know what I'm saying, move the bands like this too.
Somebody told me, only tonight.
And so then boom, you can just throw a quick cutoff on it. And then you know you can bring it back wherever you want to.
Somebody told me, only tonight.
So that's obviously good to cut out reverb on low end. So you know what I'm saying? Your mix isn't gonna be muddy and stuff like that. Just a solid little reverb plugin. You can do a lot more than what I'm showing you guys. You got control over like threshold, input, all that good stuff over here. I definitely would recommend checking this one out. If you need a reverb, $17.99. But if you don't need a reverb, I'm not gonna recommend you go get it because you know if you got a reverb, you got a reverb. You know, if you got something like Crystalline, or if you got something like Reverb Intensity by Arturia, that's still my favorite reverb. I'm gonna recommend that reverb over every other reverb right now. But if you have something like that, you might not need this, you know what I mean? The next deal I have for you guys today comes from Moog. Moog Mariana is currently on sale. It is 50% off right now. When you open up Moog Mariana, it's going to look like this. I am kind of upset because again, I was gonna do a demo of this. I've been using it all day long. I mean, this is my secret sauce. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I wasn't sure if I was ever gonna do a review on this, but I've had it for a while and I use this all the time for any kind of low end I need, whether it's not, if it's not an 808 or something like that. Super solid plug-in. It's got leads and basses and stuff. What I like the most about this is the basses though. A lot of these basses are fire. They're just really nice. Very good plugin. Something that I would recommend again, because you're going to get a lot of Moog style basses with this. So I can't stress enough. It's got a couple different oscillator levels. It's got a lot of controls. So you're going to get control over each oscillator level. So you're going to get control over all these LFOs, these different envelopes, control over this different oscillator right here. So this is your second oscillator. You're going to get more control over different LFOs for that oscillator. And then you're going to get like the saturation over here is fire. You get 4 different saturation types. You know, you get another saturation over here for your synth 2. You get control over chorus, depth, just a whole bunch of stuff with this. These basses do sound really nice. This is one I'm going to recommend going to try. There is, I believe, it's either 10 days or 14-day free trial on this. So you can download it, you can just test it out, you can check it out and grab it because it's really nice. I mean, for real, like, if I was to recommend something for a Moog style bass, this is what I'm going to recommend because it's made by Moog. So you figure that they would be able to model their plugins the best. And the last story that I have for you guys today is just some more deals. Again, like I said, slow news week. I'm sure you guys didn't want to hear me talk about the Moog synth that was in the Super Bowl last week. I think I dropped the news report last Sunday, so I haven't done a news since then because again, slow news week. But with this, over at Plugin Boutique, Sound Toys has a deal. And they're basically offering up to 75% off. So you can get Echo Boy for 75% off, Super Plate for 67% off. You can get Devil Oak for $39. They got the Effect Rack over here for $179, which is 40% off. So some more solid deals. I've gone through the rest of the deals that I thought were pretty solid earlier this month. So I didn't want to just repeat the same deals over and over again. Again, sorry that this was kind of maybe not my best news report ever, but it's super late. And I just wanted to make sure I did get this out to you because that Flex Verb, it is on sale until the 21st of the month. And then the other deals that I had for you guys are good till the end of the month. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe to that notification bell. So every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Signing off as your anchor man, Sum. Hit the keys. Until next time. Peace.
Some, hit the key.